bit down.
You're right. You're always nervous or in fits of giggles.
I don't know what you mean.
Here we go. Now, listen, I've got a question from a listener here. It's from Philip Bailey, not the one who did Chinese Wall, but the one who lives in Cramlington, Northumberland. And he said, is the song Ella Megalas Burls Forever from Bluebell Knoll about the character in Alexander Trucky's novel Young Adam?
No, but I wish it was.
Well, there you go. It's a literary reference anyway. You should have admitted to that. You should have sort of annexed that one.
I should have, shouldn't I?
Yeah, right. What are you doing for us tonight, then? You got a new album coming out on the 9th of April?
I think someone else should speak, actually.
Why?
Go on.
We're doing all right. I thought no one else had a microphone.
Well, I don't know the answers to any of the questions.
Well,
I don't know anything about the Cocteau Twins.
I've run out of questions now. That's the end of tonight's probing interview.
Thank you.
Well, I know you've got a new album called Milk and Kisses, and it comes out on the 9th of April. And you're going to do a song from it now?
Oh, yes.
You are, aren't you? You're going to do Serpent Skirt, aren't you?
Yes.
Right, get on with it then.
Get on with it.
Anytime you like. Oh, just wonderful. That's all. The Cocteau Twins from the new album Milk and Kisses, live version of Serpent Skirt, and we'll have 3 more songs during the course of the programme. This is a live version of a track that was on the acoustic EP Twin Lights. It came out towards the end of last year, Golden Vein.
Always a whoops, isn't it?
What? Embarrassed? You should be used to this singing lark by now, Liz, shouldn't you? It's customary ending, this, isn't it? The whoops and the giggles.
Yes, it's another banana skin.
Right, these are the Cocteau Twins played live, Golden Vein. Liz, and who else has got a mic now? Simon?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, right, yeah. Robin?
I've got one too.
Oh, right, excellent, right. So introduce us to the two who haven't got mics, then.
Yeah, I've got Mitsuo Tati,
Yeah.
who's on the left here playing guitar, and a new fella called Vinny.
Right.
Don't mess with Vinny, because he's Italian.
Oh, right, what, a member of the mob?
Yeah, dead horse in the bed if you're not careful.
Right, okay, fine. That goes down well at our house, I tell you. But, so what have you been up to since last time? I mean, that was from the acoustic EP. Now, didn't you make a film to go with that? You've just sort of knocked off a little film and it won a big prize, didn't it?
Yeah, in fact, we'd like to show you it tonight.
Right.
Yeah, we did. You're right there. It won a prize, and it was a splendid thing that nobody saw.
Right, well, you know, a lot of films that nobody sees win prizes, don't they?
Yeah.
Because we only show it on the radio, though.
That seems to be the way of things, yeah.
But it's art.
And who's this Faye Wong you've been working with?
Oh, it's a sort of a transatlantic relationship where we don't ever meet her.
Right, who is she then?
She's Chinese,
Right.
It's a Chinese
Singer.
starlet.
actress,
Yeah.
and very nice singer.
Right. So you're writing some songs for her, are you?
Absolutely.
We're
Yeah.
trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, yeah, we sent her a couple of things and she likes them.
Right. Okay then.
She's the
Perfect.
most
But she hasn't said
important
anything yet.
Right. Okay.
thing. Ask us something interesting, Mark. Go on.
Pardon? Well, what do you want to be asked about?
Oh.
Well, tell us something.
What about Spurs? Are you watching Spurs still,
No, I
Simon?
knew that was... Yes, I am.
Didn't you get stuck in a blizzard on the way to Nottingham Forest?
Oh, I did, yeah, I did.
And didn't you drive in a ditch?
I did. How did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That's quite interesting, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is, yeah.
Quite interesting.
I guess it is, and I didn't get home till, early hours in the morning.
But
And
at
I
least you
didn't-
saw
yeah.
that all-important 15 minutes of the called-off match, eh?
No, I didn't.
No, didn't
I
you? Missed
I
the
never
match as
even
well?
got there.
Oh,
I was
right,
like 20
perfect.
miles away.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I've got your tour dates here.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, we haven't
We
seen
haven't seen
them.
it.
Here we go. Subterranea, 25th of March.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, so is that all you're doing? You work
Yeah.
shy
Well,
fox?
we
That's
don't
it
really
for the
want to
moment.
overdo it at this
Well, I
stage,
don't think there's much danger of that, Robin, in truth, is there, with one gig? Now, Simon, have you still got that box seat that Andrew Davis made for you?
I have, yeah.
Right, yeah. See, that's quite interesting, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah.
yeah. We've got
Was
two,
quite
in
interesting,
fact.
possibly. And Robin, you've just got hitched, haven't you?
That's right.
Have you been anywhere interesting for your fantastic honeymoon?
Went to Iceland, took my wife.
Well, good plan, good plan. And isn't it about £37 for half a lager in Iceland?
I don't know, I never touched the stuff.
Right, okay, perfect.
But you do by the sounds of things.
I'm on the water tonight because I've got medication because I've been ill. Did I mention that? I've sort of got influenza with malaria. Chaser. Right, so the new album, Milk and Kisses, coming out early April. Are you going to do another song from it now?
Sort of. We're going to do a different version of something that's on it.
Right,
A sort of,
Hybrid.
this may or may not work kind of version.
right, okay.
But only because we
Great.
can't actually play the version that's on it.
Fair enough then, good excuse. Right, if you're ready.
Are we ready?
You ready?
Thank you.
Very nice. I was just waiting for the whoops and the giggling on the end of it, but it never came. The Cocteau Twins, live in session. That's Half Gifts, which is on the new album Milk and Kisses, out early April. And the single Tish Bites is out on Monday. As Robin was saying, that's a radically different version. Well, sort of a moderately different version to the one on the album. And it actually uncovered an exclusive archive recording of a radically different version to one of the Cocteau's past hits. This is Bluebeard. This is Seekers Who Are Lovers.
Let's fight gracefully. Love is picturesque
just a fabulous noise. The Cocteau twins, Seekers Who Are Lovers from the new album Milk and Kisses. And the sound tonight was not only by Uncle Tony Catalogue Corner, but also Lincoln. You see, now there is Uncle Tony.
And Uncle Lincoln.
Employed by the BBC. And, you know...
That's very good. And that's Andrew Holmes.
Right, OK, well, what was the question again? Was,
Oh, right, well, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Who was the original illustrator of Winnie the Pooh drawings?
Right, Shepherd.
Yeah,
Right.
Ernest Shepherd.
Yeah.
And that's Andrew Holmes of 37...
Don't give the number of the street out because
Oh, right.
people might go
Right.
round and burgle his prize.
Yes.
Nick his picture of Gilbert and George's bottoms.
It's from 37 something in Darlington.
Can I pass that one to you?
Yolanda Paraska or something.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
it
Long
says-
site in Manchester.
It says she lives across the street.
Across several streets.
You give me the hard one.
I couldn't read it, that's why I passed it.
Oh.
Jason...
You know, but
Stop
don't
doing
let that put you off.
I'm going to go into trouble.
That's
One of these
reduced
private
the
views.
value. Have you got any album been autographed by Keith Allen? Because we get a bumper postbag that way.
He's going to have me one night in private view. He's going to say, is it you who's been saying all
He's
the
only
things?"
bloody little anyway, Keith Allen.
Yeah, you could have him. I couldn't, and he couldn't. And we like him, but...
And we don't live in London.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're autographed by Keith.
I don't know.
My best
Yeah, right, yeah.
Damien Hirst, Alex James, Douglas Gordon, Edward Pavlovsky, Paul Arago, Peter Greenaway, and a bloke from Bread.
Good. Always worth adding on
Hang on.
there.
There you go. Me as well.
Anyway, right. So, and it's a lavish catalogue, just in case we're at the risk of
Gorgeous
debunking. God forbid this a little too
Oh,
much.
dear.
Yeah.
But you know, unfortunately, Keith Allen has put a cross in it in blood. But apart from that.
Long years ago, I fell in love with a lady proud and fair. So passionate were she and I, we made fire in the air. I loved her more than life itself. She loved me just the same. And it broke my heart to think we'd part if she ended the affair. But I was brutal, I was ignorant, I was cruel, I was brash. I never gave a damn about the beauty that I smashed. No sadist I, yet I found delight in making my love cry. Now I'd pray for a single kiss from her to be lashed and crucified. Now I fear this lady fair can never more be mine. Long gone are nights in my lonely bed, all suffering and crying. And now I fear that through this life she'll call me only friend. Till I'm dead and buried in my grave, my love will never end.
Broadcasting to Britain, Europe, and the colonies, this is the BBC's Northern Studio in Manchester.
The hour's late and the lights are low. I'm walking home just kicking stones. I waited at the depot, you never showed. You missed the last bus hours ago. I remember the first time I saw you on the street. You looked so pretty, my heart skipped a beat. I can't wait any longer, but I still feel the heat. I'm down, but I'm still on my feet. I walked on down by the old fairground. Up from the docks flew a lonely sound. I sat for a while on the cold hard ground. Watched the stars slowly turn as the earth spun around. As the past falls behind, up ahead there's a crack of light shining bright through the night so black. Like a runaway train rolling down the track. From here there's no turning back. Listen to me, baby. Once upon a time, my heart was an ocean. You swam against the tide. The time has passed for grieving. My tears have all run dry. I leave you with my love, and now I say goodbye. Broken, the glasses are cracked, the cards are all dealt and the chips have been stacked. The lampshades busted and the curtains are torn. The door keeps knocking but there's nobody home. I stood by the road, brushed a tear from my eye, cursed the cars and the rain and the rolling skies. I turned around, turned my back on that town. I never looked back again. Listen to me, baby. Once upon a time, my heart was an ocean. You swam against the tide. The time has passed for grieving. My tears have all run dry. I leave you with my love, and now I say goodbye.
This is the North of England Home Service.
Strange boat, heading for a strange shore. We're sailing in a strange boat, heading for a strange shore, carrying the strangest cargo that was ever hauled aboard. We're sailing on a strange sea, blown by a strange wind. We're sailing on a strange sea, blown by a strange wind, carrying the strangest crew that ever sinned. We're riding in a strange car, we're following the strange star. We're climbing on the strangest ladder that was ever there to climb. We're living in a strange time, working for a strange goal. We're living in a strange time, we're working for a strange goal. We're turning flesh and body into soul.
Those are the Waterboys with Strange Boat from the 1988 album Fisherman's Blues. And before that, it was the Pogues without Shane, Once Upon a Time from the 93 album Waiting for Herb. Before that, it was Shane without the Pogues, but with the Popes, the song with no name from the 94 album The Snake. Furs with Pretty in Pink from...
Newsbeat. Police have identified all 16 children killed by a gunman who went berserk at a Scottish primary school. They were all 5 years old. 12 other youngsters are still in hospital. 3 are on the critical list. Killer Thomas Hamilton also shot dead a teacher at Dunblane Primary School near Stirling before turning the gun on himself. Patricia Greenhill, who's the Provost of Stirling Council, says local people are finding it difficult to come to terms with what's happened.
I don't think you can say how people are coping. They just do. I think the overwhelming feeling here tonight is just numbness. Everyone is returning home, sitting in their separate homes, just stunned into disbelief that this terrible thing has happened to our community.
John Major, who's in Egypt for the anti-terrorism summit, says he's horrified by the tragedy.
This is a sickening and evil act that almost passes belief. Those children were in school. They had nothing to do with anything. They were where they should have been safe. They're perhaps of a generation that has more to look forward to in optimism and hope than any before. And suddenly this appalling act just snuffs out all that opportunity.
In other news, a woman police officer has been ordered to carry out community service for her part in a gold smuggling conspiracy. Knightsbridge Crown Court heard she acted under the influence of her father. Jeremy Cook was in court.
Lucy Gilmore had been convicted of conspiring to evade VAT payments on £20 million worth of imported gold. The court was told how she'd acted as a courier to bring high-purity bullion into the country on at least 4 cross-channel ferry trips to Belgium and Luxembourg. The former WPC's 53-year-old father, Michael Gilmore, himself a retired policeman, received a 2-year sentence earlier this year. Lucy Gilmore now faces internal police disciplinary proceedings. It seems highly unlikely that she will remain on the force.
A steelworker's been awarded £500,000 in damages, one of the biggest sums given to an industrial accident victim. Peter Black was left disfigured after being splashed by molten metal at a plant in Scunthorpe. Unemployment has risen for the first time in 2.5 years. The number of people out of work and claiming benefit went up last month to more than 2 million. But statisticians have cast doubt on the reliability of the figures. A miniature watercolour seen by an expert on the BBC's The Antiques Roadshow has gone under the hammer for more than £60,000. The work was discovered during the filming of the programme in Jersey last summer. It was broadcast this January. Radio 1 Newsbeat. And great!
Girls are
from Glasgow on the Creeping Bent label. Those are the Secret Goldfish and Venus Bonding, which you can buy on... Why would you want a multicoloured prominent backside when most of the time it's undercover? Well, most of the time, in this case it isn't undercover, but most of the time it is undercover. And I suppose because it's a bit like silk underwear or genital tattoos, you just feel good knowing they're down there. Of course, it would have proved hazardous on the archery range at the nudist colony he was planning to visit. One bend over in the wrong place to retrieve a wayward arrow and twang, brown at a bullseye. Actually, me and Lard were reading a naturist publication the other day, and there did seem to be a great deal of archery going on. There's all these wrinkled pear-shaped men with longbows, although they didn't look very adept to me. There's far too much slack to properly propel the shaft.
Starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture.
The guest stars in tonight's story, Joanna Moore, Philip E. Pine, and special guest star Barbara Baxley. Also starring Barry Morse as Lieutenant Philip Gerard. Tonight's episode, Nobody Loses All the Time.
There you go. That's the setup to The Fugitive. So, what was it? Basically, it was David Jansen, and every week he was just running away from justice.
Rita Cannon.
Frank Cannon.
Right. Another Quinn Martin production.
It was great, Frank Cannon, wasn't it? Because like a big fat detective, with he could barely run, but managed to sort of catch fit-looking comedians, villains.
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip.
Well, the great thing
I meant to say criminals instead of comedians.
Remember Bluey, the Australian version?
Yeah, Lucky Grills.
Oh, fantastic.
Anyway, enough of that. Don't you? That was going well now.
Sorry.
Right, okay. Kim Newman on The Fugitive tonight. It's a sad end for, what's his name, isn't it? Jansen himself, anyway, because he did die.
He died young at 49. It says here in this very useful little biography of him that his reputation as a boozing ladies' man who smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day may well have had something to do with it.
Okay.
But I'm sure he did all right.
Right, so that's The Fugitive. What are we giving away later? Are we giving away the original or the film?
We're giving away the original. In fact, we're giving away the big...
in an excellent programme called Jim and the Doc. There's something called The Ballad of Franny Lee, and it was totally awesome. As a music fan, I was overwhelmed, and as an Arsenal fan, I was pissing myself.
He's a manager.
Right.
And, well, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's a classic piece.
Right, so here's another version of the classic Ballad of Henry Lee. This is the Ballad of Franny Lee.
Going down, little Franny Lee, down to Division 3. With only one lad who isn't half bad, and that's little George Kincladsey. And at first the crowd roared, but now they just booed the good. La 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 Lee. This is the Ballad of Franny Lee.
I can't go down, I won't go down. I've spent 12 million quid on City of the money I made in the bog paper trade.
Well, bloody hell, don't blame me. And at first the crowd roared, but now they just booed the good. La 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 Lee. Bring me the hair of Franny Lee.
Call yourself a manager, you little tosspot. Your voice hasn't broken, your balls haven't dropped. You won the World Cup in your stupid white boots. Now you turn up for work in flat caps and shell suits.
Now here's a home truth, you pudding basin head twonk. Deeply ironic, ain't it? From that profitable caper, wholesaling bog paper, you've landed us deep in the shit. And at first the crowd roared, but now they just booed the good. La 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 Lee.
It's the king of the kipbacks, it's Franny Lee.
La 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 la
Lee. King of the shithouse, it's Franny
Come on, get your act together. We've only got 3/4 hour left. Come on!
Plenty of time to fit it in, plenty of time. Right, I got a letter from Liz Bradshaw, a song at the beginning of Stand by R.E.M.
Yes.
And it says P.S. at the bottom there. Can you get Lara to shout, get to bed?
I've done it already, haven't I?
Yeah, in that gorgeous, sexy voice, which you didn't do. So.
No. Get to bed.
Actually, that is quite moistening.
Hey.
Right, to support this theory.
Go on then.
And in the place where you live Stand in the place where you live now, face no. Think about direction, wonder why you haven't now. Stand in the place where you were now, face well. Think about the place where you live, wonder why you haven't people. If you are confused, check with the sun. Carry a compass to help you along. Your feet are going to be on the ground. Your head is there to move you around. So stand in the place where you live.
Hello to you all from the north.
Henry Davis.
The train was now going faster and faster, and we were forced to keep pace with it. Making a leap, he caught the handlebar and sprang lightly on the step, after which my hand quickly took possession of this bar, and I ran with the train, prepared to follow his example. To my surprise, instead of at once taking his place on the platform, my companion stood thoughtlessly irresolute on the step, leaving me no room to make the attempt. But I still held to the bar, though the train was now going at a rapid rate. My foot came short of the step, and I fell, and still clinging to the handlebar, was dragged several yards before I relinquished my hold. And there I lay for several minutes, feeling a little shaken, while the train passed swiftly on into the darkness. Even then I did not know what had happened, for I attempted to stand, but found that something had happened to prevent me from doing this. Sitting down in an upright position, I then began to examine myself, and now found that the right foot was severed from the ankle. This discovery did not shock me so much as the thoughts which quickly followed, for, as I could feel no pain, I did not know but what my body was in several parts. Seeing a man crossing the track, I shouted to him for assistance. He looked in one direction and another, not seeing me in the darkness, and was going his way when I shouted again. This time he looked full my way, but instead of coming nearer, he made one bound in the air, nearly fell, scrambled to his feet, and was off like the shot from a gun. This man was sought after for several weeks by people curious to know who he was, but was never found, and no man came forward to say, "I am he." Having failed to find this man, people at last began to think I was under a ghostly impression. Probably that was the other man's impression, for whoever saw pity make the same speed as fear.
I think she does this wonderfully. It's Keris from Catatonia reading from William Henry Davis' autobiography of a Supertramp.
This is what you're going to play next. I mean, this isn't a hackneyed programme or anything, but I mean, it's begging to be done. It's got to be Supertramp, the logical song.
The logical song.
The logical song. I mean, it's the autobiography of a Supertramp. Supertramp. It's not hard to work out. The logical song. That was their greatest number.
How did that go?
You must remember the logical song.
I'm not sure that I do.
Take a look at my girlfriend. Yeah, you wouldn't, would you? No, it gets something like that anyway.
That's it went something different when you rehearsed it just a minute ago, didn't it?
Yeah,
we just had a late night attack of PC lad.
So you thought better of that, did you?
No, well, no,
Really?
that's the second verse, she's an ugly bitch.
Anyway, right.
Best bag of tune on.
I would have thought so.
Going to the Boston Tea Party, going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party, going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party, going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party. Redcoats in the village and they're fighting in the streets. Indians and the mountain men are talking when they meet. The king has said he's gonna put a tax on tea. And that's the reason y'all Americans drink coffee. Are you going to the party? Going to the Boston Tea Party. Going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party. Going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party. Going to the party. Fire in the mountains, flames upon the heath, and the president spit out the news, he biting him with a teeth. Then children of them colonies got a different tale to tell. I'm going to the city, tell my folks I'm doing well. Are you going to the party? Going to the Boston Tea Party. Going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party. Going to the party. Going to the Boston Tea Party.
One of the truly great live acts of the 70s, the sensational Alex Harvey Band from the album Saab Stories, Boston Tea Party.
Scottish Secretary Michael Forsyth, who's MP for Dunblane, says he got regular letters from Thomas Hamilton, the former scoutmaster who shot dead 16 primary school children and their teacher. Hamilton claimed he was being harassed by police.
I did discuss him with the police, and they were not able to find any evidence against him, which could result in a prosecution. But never would I have thought that this man could be capable of doing this.
Several local people thought the gun club member was a child molester. An ITN reporter asked his mother, Agnes Hamilton, if she knew about the pictures he kept.
I know he's got photographs of the boys when they're out camping and things like that. But I never thought for 1 minute that he would do anything like that.
In other news, the political wing of one of Northern Ireland's loyalist paramilitary groups says it believes the IRA will call a new ceasefire before all-party talks begin in June. The statement from the Progressive Unionist Party came at the end of 10 days of intensive discussions on the way forward. The Summit of Peacemakers has ended in Egypt with a unanimous decision to step up the fight against terrorism. President Clinton says the meeting showed the determination of the 29 world leaders to achieve peace in the Middle East. A man's been arrested in London, accused of plotting a bombing campaign in France. 7 people died and almost 200 were injured in the attacks last summer. 21-year-old Mustafa Boutafa will appear before Bow Street magistrates tomorrow. Unemployment has risen for the first time in 2.5 years. The seasonally adjusted number of people out of work went up last month to more than 2,213,000. Employment Minister Eric Forth says people shouldn't overreact.
Even in very good months, I've always said that I never read too much into any 1 month's figures, and we're talking about long-term trends here, and my experts tell me that their view is, as statisticians, that this doesn't undermine what we've seen as a gradual long-term trend for some time, and that looks as if it may well still be continuing.
Radio 1.
Oh, right, yeah.
You must have all the gear.
No, I've never heard any of this.
Do you want some?
I mean, just to recap, what, have you got any copies left? I find it very hard to believe that the Creepers back catalogue isn't sold out.
I could probably lay my hands on 1 or 400 copies.
Yeah. Out of a limited edition of 402.
Yeah.
Right, well, I mean...
You got it on 8-track.
Don't be funny.
It did quite well on 8-track, the Creepers album, actually, didn't it? Because it sold 8. Right, now, you were...
I'm not talking to you again. I'm going to ring my lawyer.
You were going to sue me before, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because, like, Status Quo and the Beatles, you were like, you felt you'd been banned.
Banned outright.
By Radio 1.
We were banned outright in Reading when we were going. But Radio 1 has decided to ban us now, because I've been listening to the radio. I've been up. Look a bit peaky, don't I?
You always look like that.
And I've been up 24 hours a day for the last 3 weeks listening to Radio 1 and not one Creepers track. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Not one
that is
Creepers
to
track.
Radio 1's credit, isn't it?
Not even on Lisa Hansen. I couldn't believe
And
it.
play anything, no.
Absolutely, I couldn't believe it, you know.
You had Radio 2's Record of the Week last week.
Yeah, but Radio 2, man, that's all hat. You know, I mean, I'm looking for Dangerous Dave Pearce. I want Cutting Edge. And
mildly alarming Dave.
Yeah.
Has he not played it either?
He's a washout.
Right, okay.
And that's when I got in touch with my lawyer.
Well, fair enough then. You need have no recourse to the legal profession, boy lad.
Right, but you're just frightened of a bit of litigation. That's your
Well,
problem.
you know, I'm going to put... all right, then. I will. You know, a bit later on, I'll play a Creepers record.
Yeah, 12:05. And we'll be back in litigation. It'll be horrible.
I promise.
What?
Look me in the eye.
Oh, rather
Look,
well.
higher.
Oh.
Right?
That eye.
I will play some Creepers before the end of this programme.
I'll look you in the eyes rather than just in the eye.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Right.
Okay, perfect. Promise. Do you believe me?
Well, you're a worried man.
Right, okay. I'm going to play a record and then we're going to... You're right.
Yeah, no, we were on the run there.
Right, okay.
You came in at the tail end of a little conversation with Lard
right.
that will probably take forever to explain.
Baby's on fire, better throw her in the water.
Bollocks to it, lad. I'll see you in court.
Hello, we are Denim. We welcome you to Denim on Ice.
In art at Canterbury College before taking to the London pub circuit with Kilburn and the High Roads. Here's his classic from 77, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll is all my brain and body need. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. silly ways, or throw them out the window, the wisdom of your ways. I've been there and I know lots of other ways. What a jolly bad show if all you ever do is business you don't like. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll is very good indeed. Every bit of clothing ought to make you pretty. You can cut the clothing, grey is such a pity. I should wear the clothing of Mr. Walter Mitty. See my tailor, he's called Simon. I know it's going to fit. A little bit of advice, you're quite welcome, it is free. Don't do nothing that is cut price, you know what they'll make you be. They will try their tricky device, trap you with the ordinary. Get your teeth into a small slice, the cake of liberty. Drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
From the BBC's Northern Studios, here are some gramophone records.
keeps a score, and there ain't no help in sight. Why not hit the liquor store, the one that stays awake all night? Ain't no one around to see, just the night shift cleaning the street. It was a breeze. Hold it, freeze. The garbage truck is the hate, 'cause I'm a police car. Police car. I'm a police car. Police car.
This is the regional program from the North and also the Empire program.
Well, in the heart of the city, where the alligator roams, I'm a little lost lamb, ain't got no place to go. I ain't got one penny, just got a shirt on my back. I left home in a hurry, but I ain't never going back. I'm looking for a home in the heart of the city. Now I'm stepping on the street, and I'm stepping up the air. Yeah, I'm looking for a lover, I'm looking everywhere. Maybe your man with a chance, I hear a click on the clack. It's a girl, my lord. I see you stop, check, turn and double back. I'm looking for a lover in the heart of the city. I'm looking everywhere in the heart of the city. Well, in the heart of the city, where the cars of the stars, I hear the cassette music for 1,000 guitars. Hey, the boys are on the prowl, oh, they're checking on me. They know a bird in the hand is worth two on the street. They're checking on me in the heart of the city. I said the heart of the city, heart, ooh yeah, heart of the city.
Right, a fantastic display of disco dancing from Phil Newboy and Gino Joe in the other room to that. It's a bit visual, obviously, but well, the old show's been rubbish, hasn't it? So it's not going to make any difference now. Right, that was Nick Lowe, Heart of the City, 1976, The Other Side of So It Goes, the first release on Stiff Records. Before that, it was Larry Wallace and Police Car. He used to be in the Pink Fairies, and he's the one that no one remembers from the first Stiff package tour. It was Costello, Jury, Nick Lowe, Reckless Eric, and, Larry Thingy, Fuzzy Hair, Larry Grayson.
I used to have his guitar strap.
That's the bonnet. That's very interesting. Lou Lewis Reformer before that, from 1979. Lucky Seven, former member of Eddie and the Hot Rods, mate of the Feel Goods, harmonica wizard, post office raider, apprehended whilst making his getaway on a bike. What are you doing? Shut up. And before that, it was Ian Jury with Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll from 1977. That's pretty much it for tonight. Shut up. On tomorrow night's programme, we will have a live session from the High Llamas, also Mark Kermode's Cult Film Corner. Wendy Lloyd is next. Thank you very much, Kim.
Thank you.
Lard.
We're investigating again.
Shut up!
Baby's on fire, better throw her in the water. You bastard!
Shut up!
plenty more.
On life was great until I made my big mistake. Oh no, it never happened to me. Life was short and life was sweet. I was thinking as I hit the street, I could hardly believe, I could scarcely conceive that I had gone out the window. I had gone out the window. I had gone out the window. Oh, she was fine, she looked great, so we made our big mistake. I swear, it never happened to her. The pavement knocked her head around when she hit the solid concrete ground. From 30 flats above it, she was 30-something, loving, gone out the window. She had gone out the window. She had gone out the window. Oh, catch me if I'm falling. Catch me if I'm falling. He was smart, he was wise, he profoundly philosophized. Empathy for humanity. One day by an open window, there's a note that read, I've gone out the window, I'm dead. He said yes to life for all his life, but then one day he said, no, I gotta go. Out the window, here I go. Out the window, here I go. Out the window. Oh, catch me if I'm falling. Catch me if I'm falling. Catch me, I'm falling. Catch me, I'm falling. Go out the window, we all go out the window, we all go out the window, we all go out the window. Go out the window, we all go out the window, we all go out the window, we all go out the window. Catch me, we all go.
Radio 1FM playing Extreme. Tuesday, June 18th, 1991. Jason at the Palladium, Royal Ascot Day 1. The fast food exhibition in Doncaster, Anything Goes at the Hexagon in Reading. On TV tonight, 9 p.m, BBC 2, the final episode of Twin Peaks.
People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around. Talking about my generation. Things they do look awful. Talking about my generation. I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation. This is my generation.
try to dig what we all say. I'm not trying to cause a big sensation. I'm just talking about my generation. I'll fade away. Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm trying to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation. This is my generation, baby. Try to put us to down. My generation. Just because we could get around. My generation. Things they do look awful cold. My generation. I hope I die before I get old.
Well, that's pretty definite, as you'd expect from the north, I think.
She was mine, she looks so good. I wanna hold her
1978 debut single from the Undertones, Teenage Kicks. John Peel's favourite record of all time, which is why I've rather churlishly played it tonight so he can't play it next week, when he'll be sitting in this chair wondering exactly how, after an illustrious broadcasting career spanning 4 decades, he finds himself back on the graveyard shift in a small padded cell in Manchester opposite a fat bloke with bogbrush hairdo who keeps shouting arse. Before that, from 65, The Who and My Generation. Hope I Die Before I Get Old, a lyric taken a little too literally by Keith Moon. But Keith, we were only joking. What we really meant was, hope I run a successful trout farm, do an advert for American Express, and win several Tony Awards for a hit Broadway musical before I get old. Well, greetings, Space Cadets. Tonight, in addition, didn't they? That last aeroplane, that's the level 42. Right. All right, Arkid. What I meant was, I might nip up to Morecambe, like Sunday afternoon or something, but I'll be back.
When?
Oh, well, you know, as soon as I
By
need to be
tea
back.
time?
But yeah, I would have thought
all right,
so.
that's all. That's fine, yeah, just wanted to know.
Yeah.
How are you doing anyway?
I'm all right, yeah.
Good.
Fine. What about, do you like John Peel?
Who?
John Peel, have you heard of him?
No.
Nice fella.
Yeah, that's it. Nice fella, yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah, why?
Have you?
Yeah, no, I haven't, no.
Well, you will be doing, I should think.
Really?
Possibly, I don't know. You might be, yeah.
Oh,
You might be.
intriguing.
You might be, yeah.
Intriguing.
Right then, Mark Kermode. Are you there, Mark?
Hello.
No, if you can't start all that messing about with the thumb and all that kind of, it's rubbish, isn't it?
Wasn't his thumb insured for like £1 million?
I think it probably was, yeah. I mean, that says something in it. The band, the most interesting thing about the band is the bass player's thumb. I mean,
And didn't he play a gig in a wheelchair once?
No, that was...
you seem to know an awful lot about level 42.
Oh, cobblers. And it was living in the family. Oops! Oh, no!
Was it Sun Goes Down Living? I don't know. Anyway, who cares? Anyway, Mark, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Yeah, not bad at all, not bad at all. Now, what's out this week? What we can go and see then if we want to pay money to go to the pictures?
It's a fantastic week because Get Shorty is opening, which is really brilliant. This is this new John Travolta movie based on the novel by Elmore Leonard. It's a kind of sassy, smart, cool, demanding to be made a federal agent. And Nixon said, and on no account am I going to see this guy, because he was completely, you know, by that point he was not in a very good state. And they said, you have to see him, it's Elvis Presley. And he said, I want to be made a DEA agent. And Nixon said, OK, we'll make you an honorary agent. He said, no, I want to be made a real agent.
Yeah.
So yeah, they gave him a badge, and Elvis was an actual DEA agent.
And he kept his badge with all his drugs in the bedside cabinet.
Well,
apparently.
let's not get into the whole thing about, you know, whatever you say about Elvis, Elvis's drugs were prescribed drugs. He was illegal.
They were prescribed for 25 other people, though. That was the problem, wasn't it? Right, OK, we'll have another tune, and then we'll do something else, I think. I'm calling. Right. Anyway...
Into
entitled to their opinion, but I think Elvis was the fat, oily tosser. Oh, we on?
Yeah, we're on now, yeah. Those are the Cocteau twins, who, of course, were in session a couple of nights ago, and that's the new single Tish Bite, which comes out on Monday.
If you haven't read it, go read the Hunter Thompson descriptions of, Nixon's re-election campaign. That's the best stuff ever written about Nixon.
Okay. I should explain also...
The Pope has sent a message to the people of Dunblane. He said he was profoundly saddened by the killings of 16 children and their teacher yesterday. The message was read out at a special mass in Dunblane, which was attended by hundreds of people, including 3 of the bereaved families. Ron Taylor, the head of the school where the massacre took place, has been speaking of his horror at the scene he found in the gym.
The scene that met us in the hall in the gym was just utterly appalling and one's worst nightmare. I can't get the images out of my head yet, and I think that will take some time. It was an appalling mess.
The Queen and Princess Anne are to visit Dunblane on Monday. John Major will be there tomorrow. Throughout the day, residents have been leaving flowers and toys at the school gates. In the Commons, John Major said ministers would consider the implications of Dunblane for any future changes on the control of firearms. But Home Office Minister David McLean said earlier that some threats were impossible to control. And Robin Peel from the British Association for Shooting and Conservation argued that tougher laws would achieve little.
What they cannot do and will never do is take account of the tiny minority of individuals such as Hamilton who will perpetrate this sort of act.
In other news, police have charged a man with the murder of 5-year-old Rosemary McCann, whose body was found in an alleyway last week. Andrew Pountley, who's 31, will appear in court tomorrow. He's already facing a charge of abducting Rosemary from her home in Oldham 2 months ago. Some Labour MPs have rebelled against Tony Blair in the Commons. 23 of them voted against renewing the controversial Prevention of Terrorism Act. Mr Blair has ordered his party to abstain. The government won the vote to renew the act for another year. A Sea King helicopter and 3 lifeboats are taking part in a search off the Essex coast for the captain of a P&O ferry. It's feared he may have fallen overboard in the middle of the crossing from Rotterdam to Felixstowe. It's looking unlikely that highlights of Sunday's big fight between Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson will be shown on terrestrial TV. The BBC, ITN and ITV can't agree with Sky TV on what clips can be shown, and talks broke down tonight. Sky Sport is showing Sunday's bout in Las Vegas on a pay-to-view basis. Details have been published of the written examination, which will be part of the new driving test for this summer. As well as the usual on-the-road test, candidates will have to answer questions on theory and first aid. Radio 1 Newsbeat, I'm David Nicole.
Radio 1.
Welcome back. Still to come, we've got more live music from the High Llamas. Mark Kermo tonight on The Elephant Man. Third hit from 91 by the Sugar Cubes, featuring the voice of the blessed Icelandic princess of the hot geezer pixie people, Björk. But all too often we forget that she was only half of the vocal firepower that the Sugar Cubes had at their disposal. Einar Orn was the other singer in the Sugar Cubes, and his uncompromising style is seen by some as the deconstructivism of a musical visionary, and by others as a fat skinhead shouting down a bugle. But he has made a unique contribution to many great records, as demonstrated especially by a recently unearthed archive recording of Skinhead O'Connor's Nothing Compares to You, which was on an album he made of great Icelandic pop cover versions. And we've unearthed an advert for that album.
You've already heard that Icelandic barn pod from the Sugar Cubes doing his utmost to scupper young Björk's career. But did you know Einar Orn was also on the original, unreleased version of Sinead O'Connor's classic, Nothing Compares to You?
You got the bald head! Any bloody way! You were shouting at the Pope, and I say no! You're a very chicken lady of Irish descent! I won't take this off your kind! I stab your bare bottom, yes, you're a swine! Did you see Prince? He was on the telly! Who gives a shit anyway? All the flowers that you planted, Mama.
For the first time ever on cod-shaped vinyl, Icelandic Pop is a 3-disc set featuring all of Einar's greatest hits. Just ring 0500 110 100 and ask for Thor. And remember, this album isn't available in the shops, because it's shit shops, because it's shit shops, because it's shit shops, because it's shit shops.